Hey guys, Retro Gaming Goff here, and I am back with a whole new video for you guys. Sorry it's been such a long time, but with Christmas and New Year and COVID, it was kind of hard for me to get a new video in, so I thought I'll just get one in that was requested from a new subscriber I had a few months ago, involving the last Pokemon game that I did, where I showed off the team from Pokemon Diamond, and asked the question whether or not I should run a similar team now in Pokemon Shining Pearl, as opposed to the team I had in Pokemon Diamond. And I did do something similar to that. So what happened is that I built a new team, what I thought was playable enough at least, and I thought I'll just make a quick battle out of it. With all things considered, I did eventually find a trainer to battle, and they wanted to prove how strong they were. So without realising the setups as much, I did the setting in such a way that all the Pokemon would be up to level 50. Unfortunately, my starter Pokemon is above level 50, but I didn't realise this until some time after. So at the moment, I'm just conducting a battle with this other trainer who will remain anonymous for reasons that I've got no rights to actually disclose who this person is. So they wanted to prove just how strong they were, and I wanted to show off my team for the purposes of the previous subscriber who asked me for another video. So I'm doing that now, so this is for that person. Now, there's not really much to this battle well, what else do I really need to say? It's a Pokemon battle between a trainer who has Brilliant Diamond against my Pokemon team, which is in Shining Pearl. Now, the team that I've constructed, you might have seen it just at the beginning of the match. So we started off with Drapion, and I used Toxic Spikes to hopefully poison my opponent's team. Drapion has hidden armor, but which means it can't be affected with critical moves. So I figured that'd be a good choice to start off with, and Toxic Spikes was a good set up for the battlefield. My opponent's now has just switched out from Empoleon to Luxray. Now, this person does do this quite a lot. I think it's because mainly they're doing the whole type advantage thing. So with Drapion losing against Empoleon, my next Pokemon was Staraptor, and then they switched out and played out Luxray. I used Staraptor's Whirlwind to blow out the next Pokemon with the strategy of poisoning majority of their team, if not all of them, but I've noticed that their team has certain Pokemon that is immune to Toxic Spikes. That's not the issue here today. So, unfortunately, using Whirlwind, I did bring out a Rock-type Pokemon, which is kind of annoying in a way, but my Staraptor knows close combat, so, wiped out in one shot. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, if you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I am Retro Gaming Goff. If you like this battle, please sure to leave a comment in the section. Let me know what you think about this match. And I will let you in on a little secret about the upcoming ending of this video. It could have gone a slightly different way, but again, I am battling a trainer who wants to prove their strength and is good and is a good trainer, knows the type strategies, type advantages at least, but isn't overly skilled to a point where they strategize like I do when I mention about playing Drapion, using Toxic Spikes, and then using Staraptor's Whirlwind to swap out their Pokemon so they all can get potentially poisoned by these spikes. Instead, this trainer is more about the type status of Pokemon, like Electric can beat flying types, Water can beat fire, and so on and so forth. Now, at the moment, I've obviously lost Staraptor, so I've switched into Houndoom. So I'm going for the whole dog versus dog. I'm assuming Luxray is a dog. So I'm going for that strategy. But this person swapped out again and then summoned back out Empoleon. Now, although this is an evolution, a type tactical advantage, it's not something you want to do continuously where you're switching Pokemon in and out. So my Houndoom then used Roar. Unfortunately, by this point, I didn't realise, but Toxic Spikes left the battlefield. So I know that Roseray's ability is Nature's Cure, so I'm guessing that's the reason why it disappeared. Otherwise, maybe the thing just has a time in, time out for when Toxic Spike stays on the field nowadays. I don't know if that's a new change that they've imported into Diamond and Pearl now. There's a lot of changes been made to both games as opposed to all the other previous games. So my typical battle style is that I summon out one Pokemon and I stick with that Pokemon, whereas this trainer keeps switching in and out all the time. And that's a real disadvantage move to make, because as you can clearly see, Empoleon has been switched out quite a few times, and obviously it has been weakened quite a lot because of the fact that my Pokemon's ready to declare an attack on the Pokemon that was previously there, and then this player switched out to the Pokemon that had a type advantage over the Pokemon that I've got out. So although Empoleon has stood up against a few Pokemon. It's been weakened quite badly because of it, with the whole switching in, switching out tactic. So Empoleon's only got 3 HP now, so I summoned out Heracross because it's got a good, strong tactical battle advantage. So with that being said, this player is now summoned out Rampardos. So I'm not gonna switch out Heracross at all, because I just genuinely think if you're gonna engage on a one-on-one battle, might as well be the Pokemon you've sent out. And I haven't switched any Pokemon to this point, so literally, even though I'm going up against a type disadvantage, as you can clearly see, Heracross is levering the crap out of by the way, did I say Rampardos? I meant to say Rapidash. I do apologise. The names are very similar. So yeah, Fire Spin. Swirl fire, so I can't swirl in fire, so I can't escape now anyway. But then tries to attempt to go for the kill. I think that's what the strategy is. But unfortunately, Heracross's speed is typically faster than Rapidash at this point. Typically, probably should have used Flame Charge because it would boost Rapidash's speed, but went for Fire Spin to keep Heracross in the battlefield, I presume, and weaken it bit by bit. Now, I haven't seen this kind of matchup since the episode of Johto where Ash Ketchum uses Heracross against the newly introduced Scizor. I can't remember his trainer, but the fact is, I love both of these bug Pokemon. Heracross, I'm going to be honest, is actually my favourite one out of these two. I love Scizor, I love Cypher, but Heracross for me just stands out just a little bit more for me. I don't know why. But the point is, Heracross is a good Pokemon. So that's why I'm using that. It took me a while to get my hands on it and all, because you have to throw a honey in a tree. There's only like a 5% chance or something like that to get Heracross, and I did eventually get one. You may have also noticed at this point here, if you have noticed, my team is very consistent of Fire-type Pokemon. Now, I have constructed a whole new team now, which I will show you guys in hopefully maybe the next video. But just before I go any further in that subject, I just want to point out, this is the point where the strategy of switching in and out kind of fails. The player switched out into Empoleon based on type. Naturally, it got its backside kicked by my Magmar. I'm going to talk about this little setup in a minute, but what I was trying to get back to a minute ago, yes, I do have three fire type Pokemon. And the reason for that is that I love Magmar, and I always have done since it came out in the episode where Ash battled Blaine. Magmar's just got such overall cool design about it, and I just love it. I actually rushed home from school just to see the climactic ending from when Magmar uses Fire Blast against Ash's Pikachu, and it just cut to a to be continued, and I had to rush home to see what actually happened to Pikachu in that fight. Nothing too serious. Pikachu survived, just got badly burnt on its back, but that's about it. How? I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, I do know, but I'm not going to disclose that because I ain't got that much time left. So, the team I've constructed now, if you want to see that version of my team, the team I actually have decided to go for, I'm asking for one thing: a single subscriber. Maybe a like on this video, maybe a few likes on this video, maybe even leave a comment, let me know what you think about this video. But one subscriber, that will get you a whole new video, and I will showcase the team that I have built. Still underway, still undergoing. I'm still trying to decide what my 6 Pokemon is, but I think I've got an idea what I'm having anyway. If any of you remember or recall my team, my side of the team, in case anyone's wondering, my team is literally the one where Magmar is sitting right now. The opponent I'm battling, obviously, as I've mentioned quite a few times, they keep switching in and out. That's the team I'm fighting against. Now, it's probably weird to you. Why is my team on the opposite side? Well, the Nintendo Switch consoles, mine's a handheld. It hasn't got the detachable console controller, so it was kind of hard for me to do this video on that kind of screen when I have to hold the camera and then hold the game at the same time. Everything will just become all jittery. I'm going to try and get to this as quickly as I can. Now, the strategy here is that my opponent switched out their Scizor into Empoleon. Now, what the problem with that was is that obviously Magmar got the first shot at Empoleon and finished it off. Now, what should have happened, I think, and it could have gone very differently, my final Pokemon would have been Infernape. And with that being said, Empoleon would have still been alive. It would have had its ability Torrent. Now, Empoleon also knows Aqua Jet, which would have hit the Pokemon first. And with Torrent, it would have boosted it up. It would have defeated Magmar. Scizor may have been lost, but it knows Bullet Punch. Could have got a quick smack in there, but outcome being, it was the way it was. But by this point, if that was the case, my opponent would have had Empoleon, Luxray and Roserade. And yeah, Roserade might not stand much of a chance against Infernape, but Luxray's at full power, has lost no health whatsoever, and even if Empoleon was still out after it would have defeated Magmar with Aqua Jet, it would have still gone up against Infernape. Infernape might know Mach Punch, but yeah, it would have taken, and Aqua Jet would have gone against that. But nevertheless, Aqua Jet may not have gone first because Infernape is typically faster than Empoleon. But with that being said, the next Pokemon could have been Roserade for all I cared, because it wouldn't have stood a chance against Infernape. But then my opponent would have had Luxray, and it would have been a Luxray against an Infernape, and the battle might have gone differently. I'm Retro Gaming Goth. That's all from me. Take care. Bye bye.